boo.
Hey, Abby, how are you?
I'm doing good,
I'm
boo.
so glad you made it in this nasty ass weather, but you made it.
Girl, I made it over 2 bridges, okay? God damn, like for real, it was intense. You know what I'm saying? Made it through the snow. Very excited to be here. Very happy that you made it here safely.
I know I only have one bridge,
Okay.
but I made it good. Yes, that's a good thing.
Yes, ma'am. And so we're gonna start right straight into the hot topics. We got some spicy topics for y'all. Some very sad, a little bit of sad stories to tell y'all, but in the most of the news is very exciting. It should be pretty fun. So we're gonna get this show. We're gonna get the show started. We're gonna start off in fashion. A lot of the rappers nowadays. Now, back in the day, we used to see artists come out with their nails painted, a little bit of eyeliner underneath their eyes. But nowadays, we're seeing rappers with acrylic nails that are longer than mine, baby.
Yes. I mean, I started to feel a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? But
I need to get a set done. They got me looking shameful out here. Okay. But it's crazy because NBA YoungBoy actually just admitted that in his most recent Clubhouse interview that he was actually wearing a full face of makeup. He says he likes painting his face, and that's how that's him. That's him being himself.
Wow. Well, I respect that. I'm sorry, I do. I respect that.
I mean, I feel like we're in a time where you express yourself, you kind of do your own thing. I'm not gonna lie, as a lover of old school hip hop, it is a little weird to me to see these rappers, really showing their feminine sides. But I think that it's dope that the culture is embracing what they got going on. Right. Very, very awesome.
I agree.
And in other news, an NYC man set a Christmas tree on fire.
Oh my God! Yes, I saw that, and I'm like, oh, there goes Christmas.
Fox News has to find a new Christmas tree.
Unfortunately. And did they say what was the reason why this guy did that?
No, I mean, it seems like he may have been a disgruntled worker, but it still remains a mystery. So we shall see how quickly they resolve the issue, but then also to see if they get a new tree.
Well, I think they're gonna definitely get a new tree. Right? What do you think? I think they're definitely doing that.
I think they're gonna do that. I think they will.
He got fired though. That caused him to do that. So, some people can't do certain things.
Especially around the holiday season, you lose your job nowadays. You might just snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even say that. I don't know exactly what I'm capable about, but please do not fire me before the holidays.
Okay. And it's some much tragic news. We want to say rest in peace and give our condolences to the family of NFL player Glenn Foster Jr. Yes. The 31-year-old former NFL player, the defensive lineman for the Saints, died actually yesterday while in police custody. Yeah. And so they say that, it all originally started when he was arrested last Friday. And so he was in a high-speed chase. He was going 90 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. And it resulted in a high-speed chase. When he was actually pulled over, he got into a tussle with a couple of the police officers. They alleged that he was not injured. And then from there, allegedly, while he was in custody, he got into an altercation with another detainee, as well as 2 prison guards, as well as 2 jail guards, while he was in handcuffs.
Oh God, I'm so sick of this.
And so the story gets even crazier when the jail in Alabama, mind you, he's in Alabama, actually was moving him to another facility that was 30 minutes away from where he was being held. Mm-hmm. Upon arrival of the transport, he was pronounced dead. Oh, God, Lord. And so his family and all of the NFL is outraged, and really it's a huge mystery. They're giving very few details. They're saying it's an ongoing investigation, but I mean, it's the weirdest and one of the most shocking scenarios that we've seen, especially when it comes to, someone in the limelight.
Right. My prayer goes to the whole family. Mm-hmm. My condolences. Like, it's just, it's very sad situation. Mm-hmm. It's so sad, man. Things like that just gets me so upset. Mm-hmm. Now, we have to wait and find out
what really happened. Absolutely. And his family is calling for a full-blown investigation.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
do
That's
think
huge.
that they're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure. And speaking of, I know you had sent me something about Vlad TV and how he kind of touched on the social justices and the judicial system, and how a lot of what we see in terms of the headlines and black people being called savages, and how a lot of times the victims, although because they're African American, get put into a different light. And so it's sad to see that
it's very sad.
The product of let's just put it out there, the white man's ancestors, and the whole concept of systematic racism is just continuing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's devastating to see that not only is it okay, if you get pulled over, you don't know if you're going to lose your life. If you are in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, you don't know if a police officer is going to assume the worst.
Yeah.
But now we have black men and women and even Latinos that are dying in police custody.
Oh yeah. I have to talk to my teenage son every day because he drives now. He has a license, you know. So every day I have to tell him, Papi, please be careful. If you do get pulled over, the first thing I need you to do is please call me.
Yes.
Please call me. Please. So I can go and rush right over there where you are. Because, it's a scary thing. And I also tell him, while you're driving, please just don't put your hoodie on. Don't, just nothing that could bring any negative attention from our super called heroes. I'm sorry, let me put it that way, because I had friends that had passed away in the hands of a police officer. So I take that very personal.
I completely understand and respect that. Yes. And again, our condolences to the family of Glenn Foster Jr., as well as to the fans of him as well, and all of his supporters. Our prayers are with all of you.
Yes. My prayers.
Speaking of sports, now we all are familiar with First Take, which has Stephen A. Smith, one of the most opinionated hosts on ESPN, along with Molly Q, the wife of Jalen Rose, former, just star. Just absolute amazing athlete. And so, today, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I was watching First Take today, looking at Molly and Stephen A. and watching it, with my boo and everything like that. And come to find out, hours later, Jalen Rose filed for divorce.
Oh my God, I know. I heard that, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you wake up the next day and be like, I want a divorce?
It's over. And they're a dream team superstar couple. They make money. They both are on ESPN. She's doing her thing. She has one of the hottest shows.
Wow.
And you just divorced this woman?
Yeah, that's I don't know. My personal opinion, maybe he felt that way, for a long time, because I don't think you just wake up out of nowhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Some people do grow out of love. It happens. It's normal.
That's true.
And if it's okay for him, to say I want a divorce, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe he grew out of love. It happens.
I think that's definitely what happened, because they've been together for years. That's kind of how she, not to credit her career to him, but that's kind of how she even got into the ESPN circles through him playing basketball. So it's kind of, again, they're just one of those couples where you're like, what? What happened?
I know what I'm still look, I can't even talk because I'm still
Hell, but yeah. So Molly, we love you. We wish you the best of this boo. If you want to come on the show and talk about Jalen, we are here for you to have that conversation.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, and it's a birthday alert.
Oh yes, whose birthday?
So we want to shout out happy birthday to Nicki Minaj.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday. Wow, we love you. We love you, girl. Do your thing. And your baby's so
Yo, mad
Oh
cute.
my God.
Oh my God.
God bless them. Beautiful.
Yes, but enjoy your day, Queen. We love you. We
Yes,
appreciate
do
you.
love you.
And so we have a hot artist, a legend.
Yes, we do.
Somebody
ladies.
who's been in the game for a minute. He just dropped a project at the beginning of April, at the top of this year, the Fine Art, the American Project. And he also just dropped a new track this past week with Big Rock called Big Tim's.
Oh, Big Rock.
Oh, excuse me, Black
Ooh.
Tim's. And so make sure you, ladies and gentlemen, get hyped, get ready. We have Rusty Juxx.
Yes! Come on in,
Hey,
baby.
how are you?
Right.
Thank you so
How
much
are
for coming
you?
on the
Let's
show.
go. Mwah.
Yes. Have a seat. Have a seat. Welcome. Yes,
It's a
sir.
nice weather for that. I think I need one right now
Mhm.
as well.
Yes, sir. And so we got a Black king in the building, y'all.
Word up.
Yes.
Yes, a Crown Heights king. If I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
baby.
Yep.
BK stand up, you know the vibes.
Yep.
And so tell us a little bit how you got started. We know your first appearance was on Magnum Force with Helter Skelter.
Right.
And you know, you're the protege of Sean
Sean
Price.
Price.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit how you got started. What was your motivation to do music?
Well, I was in love with hip hop from the beginning. I mean, since I was real young, like probably
Okay.
4 or 5, and that's because of my Uncle Ray. I remember he gave me a tape. You know, like you just record off the radio with Red Alert or Chuck Chill Out, whoever was on the radio. You know, and I fell in love from the music that he had on the tape. And he went and did some time. And when he came out, I think 1990, I was like 12 years old. He came to live with me and my mom's for a minute. This is my mother's brother. And he's one of the illest MCs in the world, like the dopest MCs. You know what I mean? His rap name was Rated R. He
Okay.
came home, he had books of rhymes and shit. And so I always looked up to my uncle, you know. And so, you know, I started rhyming after that.
Okay.
And my first rap name was Rated X. You know
Rated
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Rated
So I'm be like my
X.
uncle and shit. So,
I
you know,
love that.
that's what started it off. And you know, since then I was just doing my thing, you know what I mean? Recording and block parties, ripping shit, you know what I mean? Until I was putting out singles and on vinyls and different shit like that. And then one day my manager, he's Rock's cousin.
Oh,
So he was like, yo, you know what? I want to introduce you to Helter Skelter. They working on their second album, which was Magnum Force. And, you know, I want to try to link you up with them. And he brought Sean Price around my way. And I'll never forget, he came through. He had his foot out the window and shit. I was like, yo, I know he was an ill dude. You know what I mean? So
right.
I was a big fan of Boot Camp Clik for the, you know, since the beginning, since Buckshot came out into the stage. You know, so you know, we linked. I mean, he heard me rhyme. You know what I mean? Obviously, he loved it. We linked up, and you know, I just started featuring on their projects and other Duck Down albums, and then I finally started putting out my own solo albums.
That's dope.
That's dope.
And what's one piece of advice that you wish you had in the beginning of your career?
You know what? I don't regret nothing. I don't regret anything.
I like that.
That's what's up.
Everything, you know,
what's up.
everything happened for a reason.
There you go.
Yes. And so beginning your career with Helter Skelter, and then now it's almost like you've come full circle with Black Tim's with Rock.
Yeah.
Just dropping that a week ago. You guys dropped the visuals on YouTube.
Right.
And so how did that come about? I know you guys have done a lot of music over the years.
Yeah, we just did a collab with the producer named Wounded Buffalo Beast. I did a few joints with him already.
Okay.
And you know, this time he was like, you know, I want to since me and Rock was working, we've been working on an album for a minute. And it's almost done. I think like 3 more joints to go. It's called Crownsville. You know what I mean? That's Crown Heights in Brownsville.
Okay.
And you know, so you know, producers been hearing about that, so they've been hitting us up to do songs together.
Okay.
And that's what we did. We recorded it the same day. We shot the video. You know, we went in there, recorded the song, shot the video.
Wow.
And put it out like a week later after it got edited.
Right.
That's how it came about.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
And then you also dropped Fine Art, which you dropped back in April of this year with the Inglorious poet, as well as Nathaniel Starr,
Right.
the American Project. So are those production credits or?
These are just collabs that I do.
Okay.
You know, I like featuring on a whole bunch of projects all year long. You know, just keeping my name out there. You know what I mean? So anytime you turn around, you're gonna hear Rusty Juxx featuring on something, whether it's my solo projects or collaboration.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did you get the confidence to start rapping and putting out your music?
I don't know. I just learned it from my uncle. You know, like he never recorded anything. You know what I'm saying? He just I got like 20 rhymes of his in my head right now. You know what I mean? So I just started, recording. Next door, my homeboy had a studio. My man Zoe, rest in peace. And my uncle, rest in peace too. He just passed away this year.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
And my man Zoe, I used to record in his studios. He called it Coffee Shop Productions. And that was the first time I started, learning, how to get in the booth and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was writing long ass verses. I didn't know how to write 16s.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? I started structuring out to songs. You know what I'm saying? And I just once I felt like I was good, then that built my confidence up. I was spitting for everybody on my block, and you know how you get the neighborhood love and everything. Then I just
you gotta start from somewhere,
Heck
right?
yeah.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. And so, who are your top 5 rappers of all time?
Damn, it's
no
hard.
pressure.
It's hard to have a top 5, like, cause I've been into hip hop for a long time, man. Like,
okay. And
I got like a top 20. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
But because it's different eras. You know, I grew up in the 80s.
Right.
So I got artists from the 80s. That's my top 90s, 2000. But I don't know. I definitely would say Rakim.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane.
Ooh, Big Daddy Kane.
Definitely Sean Price.
Facts.
Damn, I'm trying to go all over because I don't want to just. It's a whole bunch of MCs I'll be leaving out, but Grand Pooba. I mean, that's the early MCs for me.
Facts.
What was that? That was 4.
That was 4. You got one more.
And I would say Scarface. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take it to the South sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate the mix up. I appreciate the mix up.
But it's more than that, I just
Right.
Right. And so, based on your experience, what advice do you think every artist needs to know?
I definitely would say be original. You know what I mean? Like originality, just like Rakim said, originality is a must whenever I bust. Like that's very important. Like when I hear new artists that's very unique, you know what I'm saying? Like I love that because I hear something I haven't heard before or a point of view, you know what I mean, that I never heard. Right. And I love that, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely sells, man. Your story, you know what I'm saying? So definitely be original.
That's right. Y'all hear that? That's right. Make sure you take that advice.
Yep.
Have your own sound.
Yep.
Yes.
And you just performed 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
We had my man Sean Price, rest in peace. They have a beer now. It's called what is it? Sean Price oatmeal stout. You know what I'm saying? He got his hand on his face on the can. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I think they're selling at Whole Foods too. You know what I mean? You could go cop that, and that's just wonderful. So me and his wife, Bernadette Price, we performed that night because one of my new albums that's coming out, I have she's on a single. It's called "I'm Not Like These Other Rappers." You know what I'm saying? That's one of Sean Price, one of his quotes. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I never thought that I would have a song with Bernadette Price. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew my sister for so many years. And,
that's so cool, though.
She been holding him down while he was here. When he's gone, you know what I mean? It's just amazing. So me and her, we got a new single, a new video out. So we performed that night. And I performed another joint with my man Skanks the Rap Martyr. Okay. And we got an album coming out too. So I just came in. Yeah, a lot of projects.
I like that. There's a lot coming, so he's coming back.
Yeah. So
that's
as you should.
I was basically just there to represent for my man. So
okay.
That's what's up. And especially because you're the 9th member of the Boot Camp Clik. So
right.
You gotta make sure that you in there. You know what I'm saying? Representing.
That's right.
Exactly.
So, And so, it's the holiday season. We got Christmas coming up, Kwanzaa. I think Hanukkah just ended.
Right.
And so, what are your plans for the holiday season, Rusty Juxx?
Rusty Juxx don't really celebrate the holidays.
Okay.
I just celebrate birthdays in my house. We don't celebrate the holidays, and but much respect to everybody that do. You know
Correct, right.
And just that's just not my thing. But
right. It never was mine either. So for whatever reason, I'm gonna keep it honest.
Mm-hmm.
But my kids, because of my mom, put it in their head, Santa Claus and this and that.
Right.
I kind of had to continue it, but I couldn't wait for the day for them to really find out. Oh my God,
that Santa shit is over.
Yeah. I used to celebrate it up to a few years ago, like probably 5 years ago. I haven't been. But it's good. It's good though. My kids, my oldest is 23, so he don't learn about no gifts. He works and everything. And, but my 14-year-old and my 10-year-old son, my 14-year-old son and my 10-year-old daughter, they don't worry about it. Like I buy them things all throughout the year. So
Right.
They're not missing anything.
Like they're not missing out.
Yeah.
I like Christmas to be more like dinner, eating, being with the family, watch movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like things like that. But what are we really like just teaching? You know what I mean? Like they can get this. I mean, what about we can't afford it?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like there's certain things I can't afford that.
Right.
You know,
like the
PS5. Tell me, well,
the...
Santa Claus can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just don't feel right. Just like again, not knocking nobody. I just don't feel right. Like feel like I'm like a robot being controlled. Like every month it's something new that we gotta spend money on. A lot of people they spend a lot of money during December. Like they be missing rent because they gotta pay. They gotta pay
everything be
Christmas,
cut off.
You know what I'm saying? Like so I grew up with that. I celebrated Christmas with my mother for like I had enough.
Right.
It's good.
I mean, Christmas is like an explosion in my town. So like Santa comes into town. He has his own little workshop in the town square, the parade. And then like building up to it, we do like donations and stuff like that for the less fortunate. And then there's like this whole like soup kitchen situation. And then on the day of Christmas, Christmas Eve, there's a Santa crawl. So everybody dresses up as Santa and gets drunk and like walks around and stuff. So it's like a whole fucking thing. Yeah. And then
so you give to those who need.
Right. And then to the bartenders on Christmas Eve, you give to the bartenders your money dressed as Santa. And then on actual And then on actual Christmas, Santa Claus comes around on the fire truck and actually like gives out candy canes to like every neighborhood. So it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So and then like my mom, like we get a Christmas tree for each house, and then like we decorate like the entire house and all these little elves and like little snowmen. Yeah, so we like really do the Christmas thing. Like,
I see that.
This shit's like
I see that.
Y'all feeling the whole Christmas spirit.
Yeah, it's a professional sport. Like
more power to you. You know what I'm saying? I will never take that from you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when my Christmas lights come out, just put your shades on. You feel me? Like, it's a whole fucking thing. It's intense. And at my parents' house, they actually have these blow-ups that sing and make noise and light up. Like it's a whole fucking.
That's cool.
It's insane.
That's cool. Yeah. Maybe I'll come over your house.
Yo, you have to. We got coquito.
You have a Christmas tree.
Yo, but I think there's gonna be a tree shortage though, because between the man setting fires in New York City,
he said one.
And God knows who else and shit. People can't afford Christmas trees this year. Okay?
Somebody really got pissed off with Santa Claus
in front of Fox News.
That's in front of Fox News, like something's going on.
He didn't give a shit.
I seen that earlier when I was
you
on
saw
Instagram.
That, right? I'm sorry. I had to laugh because I'm just like, okay, what happened here?
And how? Oh my goodness. But yeah, so super excited for the holidays coming up. To everybody who celebrates Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Christmas and everything else, we wish you a happy holiday season.
Yes.
And before we head out, do we have any advice going forward for the holiday season, for music, for artists, business owners? Does anybody want to give a little gem?
You go ahead. You go first, cuz. Mine.
Well,
get your shit together.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I would definitely say to people that's entrepreneurs, like invest in yourself. You know, because that's very important. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, you know, like I invest in myself all the time with my merchandise, you know, CDs, T-shirts, hoodies, and everything that I sell, or just building my own studio, or you know, buying a camera so I can shoot videos and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely invest in yourself, man, and make your dreams become reality.
That's right. Important. That's right. That's what I'm talking about now. That's important.
Yep.
Make sure you invest in yourself.
There you go.
Okay, because I take it personal. You don't want to work for someone else. Absolutely not, especially after you're a certain age.
You definitely need a few different streams of income. You know just don't rely on one.
You heard that.
You know how hard it is right
Multiple.
now.
Never depend on one income. So if you quit one job, make sure that you have A, B, C, D, E, F. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
especially nowadays.
Yeah,
I got the whole alphabet of my shit.
At this point. At this point, okay.
You already know.
Yes. And I would just say, believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the confidence. Nobody's going to believe in you more than you do. So you got to push for your dreams, work hard for your dreams, and make sure that you believe in what you're doing.
Absolutely. Now, one thing, please, I just have to say to him is that the video that he did with Rock. Yo, that song had me like, you know how many times I pressed play?
I appreciate it.
You see how many times I posted it, right?
Yes.
We shot that on my phone. Like I got an ill camera and everything. But we shot this. I bought this phone. I never paid this much for a phone in my life. Like I don't be paying like more than $300 for a phone. Wow. But I bought this phone because I seen a YouTube ad on it. This is the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So you know, I bought this phone and it's like super official. It shoots in 8K. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely work. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying, investing in yourself. So I've shot like a lot of videos with this, and you know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah. Did you see this video? You have to see the video.
I actually have the
shot
video.
It in Bushwick,
Can you play it
around the studio where we recorded it at? Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of artwork around there, so I just captured all of that.
Wow, with that phone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're fired.
Yep. No, those phones are dope too. I mean, those cameras are dope too. You know what I mean?
You're fired. No, I'm just kidding. I need you. But wow, that was amazing. I mean, that video had me like, you know, when I start getting that, I have to play it, and the song is fire. The beat is fire. It just remind me of back then.
I can't wait till everybody get to hear this new album with me and Rock. Man. You know what I mean? It's so hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you know, I don't think they'll be able to come up with another Helter Skelter album. You know, I don't know if they, you know, have any, but me and Rock, we here. You know what I'm saying? I was telling him, you know, me and Sean P was supposed to work on the album. He was like, yo, but I'm here. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So we worked on it. We're going to get this tour going. You know what I mean? 2022 is going to be a great year, man. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Word. Can you play?
Yes. If y'all ready, before we head out of here,
I need to hear this
play the song. But make sure that y'all follow Rusty Juxx on Instagram. You can also find him. He has a YouTube channel as well. As you can find him on
Facebook,
iTunes, everything. At Rusty is RUSTE _ motherfucking, like motherfucking, he spelled it motherfucking THA _ Juxx with 2 X's on Instagram. All right. So Rusty _ motherfucking _ Juxx. Make sure y'all tap in, follow him, and follow his channel on YouTube. And we're gonna go ahead and play his new track with Big Rock.
I gotta play this. Hold on.
I want my black boots.
Crack house full of fiends serving raw through a hole in the door, gun in my jeans. Street dreams, Rikers Island nightmares. Yeah, I see your squadron deep, but Crown Heights here. Tuna can top chop your cheek. We screaming fuck the police, cause the cops is weak. I got a ball that'll break your back in 5 places. Spit it on tour and caught 25 cases. Who wanna dance with the deaf choreographer? You try to ride out the 44 parking ya. By a hydrant, your body got towed away. You saw the light by the gates, now you know the way. I'm from the cold gutter, gangland territory. Blood, brains, and guts, shit is forever gory. That's why I move how the fuck I move. My name is Victor, so how could the fuck I lose? Car hard denim, black Tim's on. Moving Buffalo
Yo,
Beach,
that's a
my
good
Tim's on.
one.
You fucking with some
Yeah. Victor Evans.
That's fire.
Rock in the studio, he had that Carhartt suit on. You know, he had the jacket and the pants, and he had on black Timbs. So that's when I started writing the hook. So I just was like Carhartt denim, black Timbs on. You know, that's how it started.
Fire.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
You see how things just pop up and
Yeah.
shit?
Yes.
I could be looking at you right now and come up with a fucking song, bro.
Yeah,
Right,
the fucking
right.
hit, bro.
That's what you call real artists.
Yes. And y'all just dropped it on November 30th and already at almost 10,000 views, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So make sure you go check it out. It's called Black Tim's On by Rusty Juxx as well as Rockness Monster.
Produced by
Tune
Wounded
in.
Buffalo Beats.
There you go.
Yes,
Yeah.
tune in. And we will definitely see you next week at 9 p.m. We love y'all. Stay
Love
tuned.
you. Mwah.
Salute.
I'm gonna go play that shit in my car and drive like this.
Yes.
Bye.